Your wallet is secretly cheering when you spend nothing, and it never sends you a thank you note. Most people think frugality means kale smoothies and zero fun. But today, I'll show you why frugal living is actually a genius money hack that unlocks freedom. Hey there, let's talk about frugal living isn't cheap, it's smart. Here's why. But not in a boring textbook kind of way. More like, imagine your cousin Bob just got paid, and somehow by Tuesday, he's already sliding into your DMs asking if you do Cash App loans. You've met a Bob, or maybe you are Bob. No shame, we've all been there. Now here's where it gets interesting. Bob thought canceling Netflix was peak frugality. Pop up a chart showing canceled subs, 1 inch versus unused gyms, 1 inch, but wait for it. He still had a $1.45 a month gym membership he hadn't stepped foot in since 2021. Ka-ching, followed by awkward silence. Have you ever done that, like actually checked your subscriptions? Comment below if your budget is just vibes and hope. So Bob swung by Starbucks because hey, you deserve a treat, right? And dropped $5 on a venti latte. That's $150 a month on jitter juice. Imagine a tiny money goblin sneaking out of your wallet each morning and cackling. This gets worse before it gets better. But Bob's about to have his wake-up call. Picture this. Bob sits down with his laptop, logs into his banking app pop-up text. Load transaction history. And his face goes from smug to, oh no. He scrolls past the coffee, the gym fees, the streaming, and then, gasp, impulse purchases at 2 a.m. It's like giving a toddler your debit card and hoping for the best. But here's your payoff preview. In under 5 minutes of work, Bob's going to flip his entire money mindset, and you can too. And later on, I'll share the one tiny mindset shift nobody teaches you in school that builds wealth on autopilot. First, let's witness Bob's epic fail. Bob, I'm so frugal. Also Bob, buys a $60 novelty candle because it smells like happiness. Cue laugh track. But no judgment, my brain panics over a clearance sale too. Step 1 of smart frugality is awareness. Think of your budget like a garden. Don't obsess over every weed. Focus on planting seeds that grow money trees. Bob tracked every penny for just 1 week. Pause this and check your bank app. I dare you. He discovered he spent $90 on late night snacks and $70 on ride shares. It's only $20 here, $30 there, he said, until it totaled $160. That's an Amazon gift card every month. Gone. But awareness alone won't cut it. You need interrogation. Ask every expense, what are you doing here? Imagine if every dollar spent had to sit you down and explain itself. I'm here to make you feel good at 2 a.m., the snack dollar says. I'm here to save you from walking in the rain, the rideshare dollar sobs. That's when Bob realized he could prep snacks for $10 a week, and bike instead of Uber. Wait, here's where it gets wild. Bob tried meal prep and hated it. He's a burnt toast extraordinaire. But instead of quitting, he gamified it. Each week, he'd master one snack that didn't taste like charcoal. Pop-up text. Week 1, soggy oat bars =0.0. Then, week 2, crunchy granola =7/10. By week 4, he had snacks for under $1 each. That's $90 saved, and edible food. Why keep watching? Because we're building toward the part that actually earns you money. Frugality is investment. But first, let's tackle the fear that holds most people back. FOMO. Bob panicked at ditching Amazon Prime. What if there's a flash sale? So he created an email folder just for deal alerts and checks it weekly. Now he grabs deals consciously, no more impulse. Remember this, we'll return to it when we cover behavior hacks. And here's the kicker, frugal living is social and downright fun. Bob challenged his roommate Alice to a subscription audit duel. Zoom in on their shocked faces as they compare lists. Sound effect, dual trumpet, loser has to cook dinner. Suddenly, frugality became game night. Have you ever gamified your savings? Let me know in the comments. This matters because up next, we'll automate your savings so you don't need willpower games. Automation is step 3. Bob set up auto transfers for savings, investments, and even a fun fund. Zoom in on app UI with arrows whisking money away. Now Bob never sees that cash in checking. It's gone before temptation strikes. That's frugal living on autopilot. Sounds too good? Stick with me. But automation can feel like giving up control. Bob felt that too, until he realized he could tweak transfer amounts quarterly. Each tweak became a mini celebration. Hey, I just added $50 more to investments, want to see my portfolio? Alice rolled her eyes but peeked anyway. What would you automate if you could? Tell me below. Drama alert. Bob's credit card bill arrives. He missed one payment and now pays interest. His face contorts like he bit into a lemon. Sound effect, record scratch. His fun fund is frozen until he makes it right. That sucker punch reminder is why automation needs discipline. It's like untangling holiday lights. Annoying but worth it when they all glow. Speaking of cards, rewards can fuel frugality. Bob switched to a 2% cashback card on groceries and gas, two categories he couldn't automate away. Pop-up. $200 cashback last year with Sparkles. He pays in full each month, no interest trap, rewards fueled extra savings. Bob, whose negotiation skills peaked at haggling over a lemonade stand price, called his cell provider. "I found a lower rate, can you match it?" 2 minutes later he's on a cheaper plan and got a $15 loyalty credit. That's $180 a year. Meanwhile, Alice went DIY with cleaners. Vinegar, baking soda, citrus peels. Pop-up, beaker labeled Eco Cleaner with bubbles. She spent $3 on supplies and rid her home of toxins, then started selling jars for $5 each. Side hustle unlocked. Bob's turning point. Frugality isn't just cutting costs, it's optimizing your joy per dollar ratio. He rated each expense from 1-10. Pop-up, whiteboard with columns of expense and smiley ratings. Latte =3, potluck dinner =10, funds shifted, fewer lattes, more social cooking, budget reflecting values, but joy doesn't pay rent. Bob discovered micro-investing, rounding up change into ETFs, pop-up, coins rolling into a stock graph. Each coffee helped fund investments. In a year, 25 C's here and 75 C there became $300. Niche? Maybe. Effective? Heck yes. Funny twist. Cousin Gary mocked Bob's pennies. Need a microscope to see that? But Gary panicked when markets dipped 2% while Bob's diversified portfolio gently swayed. Interactive time. Bob hosts a Frugal Friends monthly meetup, potluck, clothes swap, DIY demos, budget wins, visual, calendar flipping to May Frugal meetup. Shared ideas skyrocketed creativity. Someone suggested library donation for fee hack unlocking free ebooks. Now Bob reads bestsellers at zero cost. Analogy, treating your budget like a tightrope, terrifying if you look down, versus a trampoline, fun if you trust it. Frugality flips the script. The tighter you manage, the more bounce you get back. Bob's trampoline is fully inflated, but sometimes you need a safety net. Cue emergency fund. Bob aimed for 3 months of expenses in his fund. But halfway Netflix paused his account due to autopay fail. Awkward silence. The saving spiral is Bob's secret hack. Each time he hits a milestone, $500, $1,000, $3,000, he celebrates with a free or cheap treat. A hike, park picnic, home spa. Positive reinforcement triggers dopamine, making saving addictive. Here's drama. Bob's client ghosts him on a $400 invoice. Sweat drop animation. But his savings and emergency fund keep him calm. He networks and lands 2 new gigs worth $600, turning loss into opportunity. Bob's one-question audit. Before any purchase over $20, ask, will this move me closer to or further from my goals? Booking travel? Yes. Gadget splurge? Only with a strong why. That question stopped his midnight heated massager chair impulse. Self-control level unlocked. Bob's friend Carla joined the challenge. They text before big buys, thinking about new treadmill. Help? Only if you'll use it 3x week. Accountability codes activated. Mindset time. Frugality. =empowerment, not deprivation. Bob tried a 30-day no-buy on non-essentials. Visual countdown timer, no lattes, no impulse apps, no Amazon pages. Day 3 he nearly caved at a bookstore, but each no flexed his money muscles. By day 30 he strolled past Target with zero FOMO. Discipline. Freedom. Remember Cousin Gary? His mocking turned to awe when Bob's small investments compounded into a 4-figure nest egg. Environment hack. Bob unsubscribed from sale emails, deleted shopping apps, and hid his credit card in a cookie jar. Better hide the jar. Impulse buys dropped 80%. What tweak can you make right now? Pause and implement one. Next, Bill Brawl. Bob formed a league with friends to lower one expense each month: cable, internet, insurance, by any hack. $20 here, $30 there, dozens shaved off. Peer profit, not peer pressure. Ever gamified savings? Share below. Want the playbook? It's coming. We've covered awareness, interrogation, automation, negotiation, community games, mindset hacks, environment design, and that's just the start. Coming up, strategic insurance shopping, tax credits you're probably missing, and how to turn hobbies into cash flows, all without living under a rock. Quick challenge. Pick one hack, one question audit or no-buy experiment, and commit today. Comment, I'm in, and I'll cheer you on. That's how we build momentum. Remember, frugality is smart, not cheap. It's designing your life so your money hustles for you. Next, we'll flip from saving money to making money. Watch Bob apply his frugal discipline to scalable side hustles. Stay tuned, because the biggest twist, how Bob turned $300 monthly savings into $1,200, is right around the corner. Bob stared at his bank app as the numbers blinked. $300 auto-saved each month had ballooned into $1,200 in extra cash flow. Zoom in on his wide-eyed grin. That moment felt like finding 4 forgotten 20s in an old jacket, except it was predictable, repeatable, and totally within reach. But before you think Bob stumbled into a money miracle, remember, he engineered it. Here's exactly how it went down. First, he bundled his savings into a high-yield savings account paying 4.5% APY. That's instant semi-passive interest. Then he took his micro-investing app Roundup. Those spare cents turned into $150 and shifted it into a low-cost index fund. Cue a gentle line graph showing compounding growth. Next, he funneled another $150 into a peer-to-peer lending platform offering 5% returns. Suddenly, his $300 per month wasn't just parked, it was working on 3 fronts. But wait, you might be thinking, P2P lending? Isn't that risky? Great question. Bob only lent small slices, $20 per loan, across dozens of loans to diversify risk. It's like investing in hundreds of little money trees, so if one sapling fails, the forest still grows. Have you ever tried peer lending? Comment tree emoji if you'd be curious to dip a toe. Now let's talk about Bob's side hustle hack that turned his frugality into income. The content multiplier model. Remember his blog and first YouTube video? He realized repurposing content across platforms could multiply his reach without doubling his effort. He took his bulk buying on a budget post and transcribed it into a script. Recorded a short Instagram reel with 3 key tips. Designed a cheeky infographic for Pinterest. Offered a free downloadable pantry power checklist PDF. Engagement skyrocketed. Reels hit 2K views, the PDF got 300 downloads, and blog traffic doubled again. That tiny checklist became an email list gateway, and with each subscriber, Bob built an audience he could eventually monetize via affiliate links or sponsorships. Have you ever repurposed a single idea into multiple pieces of content? If not, pause and pick one blog post or video you've done, and imagine how it could morph into a social media snack or a downloadable guide. Meanwhile, Alice saw Bob's content success and added her own twist. She filmed a quick DIY cleaner behind-the-scenes TikTok complete with SFX of bubbles and a comic you face when she wipes off grimy countertops. That video got 10K views and led to one local boutique ordering 20 jars of her cleaner. Her side hustle went from $200 per month to $400 per month in 2 weeks. That's frugality plus creativity equals business growth. Why keep watching? Because soon I'll share the one content hack that can 10x your reach. No fancy equipment needed. But first, let's zoom out and see how Bob built his frugal flywheel. Save small amounts automatically. Invest those amounts across diverse vehicles. Create content around what he learned. Engage an audience that values his insights. Monetize via ads, affiliates, and products. Reinvest earnings back into steps 1, 2. That's how his $300 per month became $1,200 per month. Without magic, just consistent layering of frugal and entrepreneurial moves. Now let's drop a micro story. One morning, Bob's app notified him of a $3.50 dividend from his index fund. He screenshots it and texts Alice. "My stock paid me while I was sleeping." Alice replies, "I made 2 cents from cleaning vinegar sales." They laugh, but that tiny dividend is the universe's way of rewarding patience. Over a year, those nickels and dimes snowball into serious sums. Interactive moment. Take out your phone and screenshot your last dividend or interest payment. If it's under $1, that's okay. That's where compounding begins. Share the amount in chat. Let's celebrate the small wins together. Okay, now buckle up because we're diving into the millionaire frugal habits I teased earlier. Data shows that self-made millionaires share 3 key frugal practices, not radical deprivation but strategic habits you can adopt today. Data shows that self-made millionaires share 3 key frugal practices, not radical deprivation but strategic habits you can adopt today. 1. Budget by priority, not by fear. Instead of how little can I spend, they ask, what's worth spending on? Bob mastered this when he rated expenses by joy. Millionaires do the same. They funnel money toward high ROI categories, education, networking, health, and mindless drains. 2. Invest in time-saving outsourcing. They understand their true hourly rate. Bob calculated $30 per hour for side hustle work and paid $15 per hour to delegate blog formatting. Self-made millionaires delegate low-value tasks so they can focus on high-value activities. 3. Automate growth systems. They don't manually transfer funds or chase coupons. They build systems, auto savings, auto investing, auto content repurposing. Bob's Robo-Advisor and Roundup app are small versions of this. Automation compounds more than just dollars, it compounds habits. Which one could you start today? Type 1, 2, or 3 inches in the comments to lock it in. But here's the catch, habits need maintenance. Bob schedules a monthly frugal check-in on his calendar, where he reviews budgets, automations, and content metrics. He treats it like a health checkup for his finances. Without that, even the best system atrophies. So today, schedule your own frugal check-in. Set a reminder for the 1st of next month. I'll wait. Done? Great, crystal clear. Now before I wrap up, let's tackle 2 more high-impact frugal levers. Tax credits and group buying. Tax credits. Bob realized he'd never claimed the saver's credit on his retirement contributions. He dug into IRS forms and found he qualified for up to $1,000 back. He filed an amendment and got $650 in his refund. That's free money for doing what he planned to do anyway. There are federal credits for energy efficiency, education, even electric vehicles. Most people skip these because they sound complex, but it's just paperwork, like filling out a VIP backstage pass. Group buying. Bob joined a local bulk buy Facebook group. They pooled orders for meat, produce, household staples, and split costs. His share of a 20 lb chicken order, $45 instead of $80, bulk without the fridge takeover. You can do the same with Amazon Prime, Costco memberships, or even neighborhood lawn care. Tag a friend below who'd be down for a group buy, build your own frugal squad today. And here's a mini cliffhanger. Next, I'll reveal the one mindset shift that turns boredom into excitement, so everyday frugal tasks feel like leveling up in a game. But first, pause and appreciate how far you've come in just this video. You're not a Bob who struggles. You're a learner ready to hack your financial future. If this feels painfully accurate, you're not alone. Subscribe so we can fix our money habits together, without spreadsheets and headaches.